Good morning, everyone. This is the Speak Now Productions. My name is Elena Gazan, and today I have a guest speaker in the studio, Julia Frolic.
Hi, I'm Julia.
And me and Julia today, we're going to be talking about a very important topic related to school. So, since we just started school after our winter break, we decided to choose a very school-related topic. So, the topic is the importance of education and the definition of being a smart person. So we're going to start off with some background information. Julia, what school do you attend right now, and what schools did you go to before?
Well, right now I attend XCL World Academy in Singapore, and before I attended schools in China, Basis International School of Shenzhen and Yuecheng International School of Chongqing. And I also attended a school in Panama, International School of Panama, and I also attended a school in North Carolina called Latin.
Very nice.
What about you?
So I attended, right now I'm in XCL World Academy with Julia. But before that, I went to school in Texas. It was an international IB school called Alcuin. And I also attended an international IB school in Russia called European Gymnasium. And before that, I was sort of all around the world. I went to an international school in London. So I've changed schools a lot, like Julia.
Yeah.
So the first question, do you think receiving education in school is important? And why do you think that it's important?
I believe receiving an education in school is really important because we learn the things we learn, we carry with us. And also, if you want to apply for a job, you're going to need that knowledge and general knowledge. Even if you go to university, you're going to need knowledge to get into university and thus go on with your career and your life. And also there are some common sense things, just if you're in history or in math class or in English, you learn about certain things that you can converse with other people. You're at the grocery store or you're at the bank, or you're just at a little get-together with people and you guys are talking about some cool historical events and you have your opinions on them, but you need to know the subject and understand it before you converse, because then you'll just sound like a fool.
Yeah, so I think education that is provided in school, it's that sort of base. So similar to what you said, it's the base of all knowledge. It's the basic facts. It doesn't really go into details. You get those details when you go to college, when you go to university, when you start working. But school is important, just giving you that base understanding of the world and learning about the world, understanding the world through different points of view. So you can look at the world through the mathematical point of view. You can look at the world through the language and literature point of view. You can look at the world through a science point of view. And that sort of, I guess, makes you understand who you are better. That's why it's important.
I also think school in general with education, it's a safe haven for students, as they're able to explore better, because if there was no school and learning of different things for education, you would just go out in the world and you're okay, what do I do? I have no idea.
Yeah. International schools, IB schools, they're wonderful types of schools. They have a fantastic method of teaching. They teach students to not only learn the base, math, science, language, and literature, but they also sort of teach students to explore, to learn more about themselves, as I mentioned in the previous question. How do people get this information? What does this information mean? What can I do with this information? What is the effect of this information? When can I use this information? Why can I use this information? Those are all of the questions that are raised up in international schools, in IB schools, because IB schools, they sort of help children open their eyes. They teach them to ponder about the world and ask questions and sort of view the world outside of this societal box. IB taught me to explore math, taught me to see how it's used in real life, taught me to sort of comprehend it and analyze it in my own way. And same with any other subject, especially the sciences. You can't just remember science. You have to really understand it. And IB systems, they really provide children with that ability to learn the subjects in an interesting way while correlating them with the real world.
Also, we have a class in IB that's basically theory of knowledge, TOK,
Okay, yeah.
that helps express and helps the student expand their knowledge on everything. I also had a class kind of similar to TOK, I would say. It's called
Yeah.
Global Perspectives, where it's not exactly it's not as philosophical as TOK, but we did learn about how different people perceive different things, how you can't
Yeah.
always just trust in one opinion. It was very important for me because I feel like now I had that class for 2 years, and now I'll look at it and I'll like think, if I'm looking at something, like, okay, let me look at this, let me look at this, let me, I'll just
Yeah.
think.
I know that the purpose of IB is just letting the kids think outside of sort of this societal box. So there were trips to other countries, to other cultures, to sort of have those children perceive other cultures, to see outside of the box, to analyze from outside of the box. So next question, what defines a smart person? What 3 factors influence how smart a person is?
I personally believe a smart person, it doesn't like matter on like how smart they are, as in they know so much math, they know this, they know that.
Yeah.
I believe it's more of how they understand the world, and their knowledge, like they're able to converse with basically anyone. They have sort of common sense.
For me, what a smart person is, I've talked a lot about this and thought a lot about it. So I think mainly about a smart person is a person who's able to take 2 completely different perspectives on a given topic and then see the middle in it and choose to believe the middle. Just find the golden center of it. So a person who's extreme in some topic, it's not a smart person, because a smart person would not be extreme in something. He would be able to see his opponents or the person that he's arguing with. He would be able to see their point of view and sort of comprehend that, analyze that, discuss with them, and then create a new point of view based on what he learned and what his previous values were. So that is one main thing that I think defines a smart person. Whenever you see YouTube where people go crazy considering a topic, you can already see that they're not smart people, because a person would not be absurd, would not, yell and scream at other people and try to prove his point in such an aggressive way if he was smart. A smart person would be calm, and he would listen to other people, and he would discuss with them and argue with them calmly.
I agree with that, like, deeply, because
I agree with that.
deeply because I believe like a smart person, they need to diversify. They are able to diversify their opinions, their options, and look at everything like from a different level, rather than, oh, I know this. And also, they're not like a smart person. It doesn't mean like they know everything.
Yeah.
No one knows everything. Like, they know that they're wrong in some things, but they're like willing to learn, they're willing to understand, and they're not willing to like blow up.
Yeah, and that's like the second part of the question. What 3 factors influence how smart a person is?
I believe understanding is one.
Yeah.
What about you?
One. I love the way you said only one. Well, I think definitely, I don't think a smart, I don't define a smart person as someone who knows, every single fact, knows like every single historical date, or every single like capital of every single country in the world.
A teacher's pet.
Yeah, that's a teacher's pet. I think it's a person who has seen a lot culturally. So he's traveled a lot. He's seen how other people live. He's seen life sort of as something larger than himself, but he's seen life through other perspectives. Also, a person who reads a lot. Reading is very important. A person who reads a lot, who sees the world through the eyes of other people who wrote those books. So that's, I think, the second factor that influences how smart a person is. So how much he's traveled and how much he's read. And the third factor, The third factor of how smart a person is. So we've talked about him being able to understand and sort of find the golden middle. We've talked about him receiving information from other cultures and from books. And basically, the third factor, I believe, is being able to see the world as something more than yourself, seeing it in a wider picture, and sort of understanding what's happening in a wider picture. So that's about it. Me and Julia are going to go have some lunch. We hope you enjoyed this episode about discussing what a smart person is. And next week, we're going to record another episode, this time with Adele, about a very interesting topic that I'm going to not tell you.
Yeehaw!
Bye.
Bye.